This conference will now be recorded.
I hope my screen is visible to you guys now. Yeah, and let me open that. So we were working on purchase order. So yesterday we created one purchase order, and for the purchase order we want a vendor and an item. Okay, and we check the totals also. System is giving us the totals as well. There will be few errors while posting the purchase order and the process of while preparing the while going for the purchase order. Okay, so hmm, so this was the purchase order we prepared, and in this purchase order, if I go to the total section, you will find out that the total is 1010. Okay, but in a real-time scenario without taxation, nothing works, right? So that's why we will be working with taxation today, and I hope this taxation will be easier for you to understand as well. Okay, so yesterday I have shown you two products. One is a product master and one is a normal product. Okay, so for the product master we need to check use the variant, and for the product it will be normal, it is going to the 1000. Okay, now we want a taxation module. So how taxation works, that we need to understand. Okay, so the tax, for the taxation, if I go to the product, for against each line I need to enter the product, I need to enter the text component. Okay, so the text component is available over here in the setup, I believe. Where is this? Yeah, so these are the two fields which we need to configure. One is a item text group and one is a text group. Okay, so once these two are filled up, system will automatically pick up the taxation. So let's say, for example, let's go over here and let's configure the text module. Okay, so let's go to the text module. Have a notebook for again with you. Okay, so so that the text module will be this is also actually the tough module to understand, but once you understand it, it is easier. Okay, so text module in D365. See, taxation is nothing but whenever a tax is required, okay, firstly we need to identify that what is the type of item it is. Okay, so for a particular product, let's say for example in India, if I say the product is, let's say, bread. Okay, and on bread it is a GST of 5%. Okay, so how system calculates against a bread, there is a HSN code. Okay, so this HSN code is added for the bread. So whenever a purchase order is created, you need to give the GST number. GST number means it is selling from what is the firstly the GST number is required. Then secondly the source, okay, where you are purchasing it, that location is required, and the two states from where it is from where it is coming and from where it is purchased. Okay, so basis on that SGST, CGST or IGST will work. Okay, IGST, CGST will work. So this is about the taxation, and if I go with the second type of tax, which is a VAT. So in the VAT, on the on any of the item, we need to add the tax group and the item tax group. Okay, item tax group. So these two fields correspond to a particular percentage of taxation. Okay, and again the HSN also, there is a percentage defined. Okay, so it is a 5%, it is a 18%, or it is 27%. So these are the three tax rates are coming up. 5 and in between 12 is also there. Okay, so these are the four. Similarly, tax rate is there in the VAT also. Okay, so let me define few of the fields. Okay, so firstly, when you go for the taxation module, how you need to start that, yeah, the system will you need to understand. Okay, so tax. Then let's firstly we need to define the authority. Okay, or before that also I want to define the settlement periods. So actually settlement period is nothing but the period in which your government needs to give the you need to give the reporting. Okay, that this much we have purchased, this much we have sold. So that you need to define. Okay, so click on the new button. Settlement period will be, let's say, monthly, and then we need to define the authority. See, so it is marked as star. So what I will do, I will come over here and other platforms I will delete now. Hmm. So we have now this item, the settlement period. So I want to update the tax authority. Tax authority is nothing but a vendor. Okay, so we need to link a vendor. So I will go for the taxation module over here and let's go to the tax because this is defined. This needs to be defined over here. Okay, in the settlement period. So let's define the tax authority. So tax authority, click on the authority. Okay, and tax. Let's say US underscore tax. Okay, so US tax authority. US tax authority, and against this US tax authority you can define a vendor. Okay, so this vendor, if you are not defining right now, that's also fine, but when you post the entry, when you post the taxation, okay, at that time this vendor account should be there. Let's create a vendor. Okay, duplicate this tab. Let's go to the vendor section, accounts payable, all vendors. So what we are doing right now, we are actually linking the tax module, okay? And in the tax module, the first thing which is required is a tax authority, okay? So I will prepare a tax authority by creating a new vendor over here, so that whenever taxation is posted, it will be posted against this particular vendor, okay? So let's go for it. Name will be US tax authority, US tax authority, and then we will give the group. So the group will be, let's say for example, the group is domestic, and then we will go ahead and then we will save it. Okay, so now we have saved it, and now if I go to the authority, I will be able to find out the second vendor. Okay, so this is the US tax authority. Other than this, the address and all these things are also required, but right now I will keep it blank. Okay, and as I get the error, I will update it. Okay, here also the address will come automatically, else you can click on the new button and the address will come, and the contact information of this particular authority. That's it. Okay, so this authority you need to update over here. Hmm. See, the authority came up. Okay, so the US tax and then the terms of payment means when you are going to pay. So let's say for example the terms of payment is 30 days. You when the taxation is run, when the tax you find out that okay this much we have to pay. So actually what happens in the tax module is whenever you are purchasing anything, okay, you will pay the tax, right? So pay the tax means you are debiting the tax. That means debiting the tax means let's say for example we have created a purchase order of 1010 and we are saying that the taxation is there. Okay, so we will pay there will be, let's say for example, 5% of tax over it. Okay, so the 5% of tax over it is there. So whatever is the 5% of tax, let's say it is 51 USD, okay, $51, that will be added and you will pay to the vendor, right? Similarly, when you will create a customer, when you will create a sales order, okay, so at that time you will receive the uh, tax, right? So once you receive the tax, let's say for example, you sold these two items on 1200 rupees. So when you sold this item on 1200 rupees, you will also apply a 5% of tax over here, and in the 5% of tax, it will be somewhere around 12 120. 12 into 5 60, so 60. Okay, so the calculation will be like this: the $51 you have paid, okay, and $60 you have received. So in the calculation you will say only $9 you have to pay to the government. This left out, the $9 will be paid to the government. Okay, so that's why this payment terms, when you will pay, this is required. Okay, then period interval unit. So period interval unit will be month, and then you can click on the add button and then give the first name. So 1st of January to 31st of January, and then you can click on the new period interval and make n number of intervals. Okay, so quantity is not defined, so month will be 1. And let me define new period interval. Yes. So see, next. So new period intervals are now coming up. Okay. So these are the two things which you have to define before going further. Okay. So the tax authority and tax settlement period, these two we have defined. Now we need to define the tax code. Tax code is nothing but the percentage how much taxation is required. Okay. So let's wait for some time. Hmm. So we want a taxation of 5%. So in that case, we will go for the new button and we will define the tax code as uh, US underscore 5. Okay. So US 5% tax. Then the settlement period, which you have defined already, that you will define over here, the month and the ledger posting group. This is the second important thing which is required for you. So now I will go over here. I will go to the set text part. So this is a third master which is required while defining the text. Okay, so parameters, ledger posting group text, and then there is a ledger posting group. Okay, so coming out to over here, this is the ledger posting group that needs to be defined. Again, posting group, we have also already seen vendor group, then we have seen item group yesterday. Okay, so whenever the group comes up, uh, it is actually linking between the main account. The amount should be posted into this main account, so that's why it will be okay. So default, and then you have to give the tax payable, okay, and the tax receivable account. Okay, so these two accounts are required, and then the settlement account. Okay, so what I will do, I will go ahead and I will create the main accounts now. So let's go to the general ledger. Let's go to the main accounts. Let's create a new item. We'll write out right over here tax payable, tax pay. Okay, sorry. Control A, Control X, Control V. And then over here it will come, always the taxation will come under the liability. So 4 times 0 7. Okay, and then click on it will come under the liability. So liability, and the main account category will be AP. Then now coming to the part as new, we will go ahead with that new and we will type the tax receivable. Tax receivables, tax receivables, and over here we will go for the 4 times 0 8, and then tax receivable we will go for the AR. Okay, we will click on the save button. The tax receivable is now done. Okay, and in both these accounts, direct entry is not allowed. Okay, nobody should post directly, so that's why I will mark it as do not allow manual entry. And one more thing, the posting type also you can define as a text, so that whenever anybody wants to update anything in this particular main account without any uh, means a direct interaction is not allowed, okay, in it. Okay, so that's why. And let me go for the 2007. So here also we will update do not allow manual entry and posting type is tax. So these two are important when you are working with the taxation module. One more main account I will try write over here, which is a settlement account. So I will prepare the settlement account again. So it is 2 4 3 times z 4 times 0 9. This account is used for tax settlement actually. Okay, whenever you will settle the tax, whenever you will calculate the taxation, at that time it will come up. Okay, so it will be again the accounts payable, and over here I will mark it as liability. Okay, so now my all the accounts do not allow manual entry, and the posting type of this account will be taxation. Okay, so now we have defined the three main accounts. We can come over here and we can then now define these main accounts. Okay, it is not coming, just refresh it. Yes, so now it should show. So the 2006, 1 second, let me save it once and type the tax payable to 4 times 0. I think it was 7. Then it is 2, 4 times 0, and then it is 8. And settlement account 2, 4 times 0, and then 9. These other discounts or and the use tax expense you can define if you want to, but as of now it is not required. So we will go back and we will close it. And now we will go back and define this under the ledger posting group. So let me save it once. Yes, so default, now we are saying whenever 5% tax is calculated on the purchase side, the system will take the entry, take the 5% amount in the uh, tax payable account, which I have shown you. Okay, so I have shown you the linking for it. Okay, so now is it means now if I say that okay 5% I have made the code, system will pick up? No. For that, what you need to do is you need to go to the tax code and go to the values. So over here, you will define the value of 5%. From which date to which date. If it is not required, don't enter the don't enter the from date and to date. Just enter the value as 5 and click on the save button. There is a value that minimum limit, maximum limit, such type of things are also there. Non-deductible percentage is also there. If you want to define non-deductible means till this particular percentage, this is not required, but after this the 5% tax will be applicable. So the percentage 5 it is now added over here. Okay, so I hope now this is clear. If you want another tax percentage 2%, that also is possible. You can update the US tax code and then go to the values. Now go to the taxation module. I will go to the tax group now. So here is the tax group. Click on the new button. The tax group will be, let's say for example, the tax group will be 5. Hmm, US has a taxation of different zones. Okay, so if I go to USMF entity and see what is the tax code they have defined. Okay, let's go to the tax module and then let's go to the tax group over here. Okay, so as I told you, they have a taxation of based on the different area wise. Okay, so but let's say for example, we are right now working with California, and then we will define the California tax group CA, and then California. Okay, California.
Then what we will do, we need to add the text code over here. So text code, what the text code which we have prepared right now of 5% text. So that will come over here and the percentage will come over here. And I will now save it. Okay. Now, secondly, what I need to do is I need to go for the item text group. Okay. So the item text group, see what is the item text group they have taken. Normally we keep a single unit, okay, like all. Okay, so what I will do, I will keep the all over here. This is just name, okay, nothing else. So click on the all button and all and click on the add button. You can take anything, nothing like that key you need to take all only. It is based on the client also. Now the text code which is 5%, this is common setup. Now we will save the button and now we will go to uh, our purchase order. Okay, so let's go to the accounts payable module and now go to the purchase order. Okay, and firstly I will define and I will show you the purchase order, what happens to it, and then I will come back and will show you, okay, what we have done. I will revise it once again, and also I will tell you the reference from where you can make a note of it and you can copy how the taxation gets calculated. Okay, so these are the few questions which you will be asked, okay, about the taxation module. So please have a look on it. Yeah. So now let me go to this one, the purchase order part. Yesterday we prepared a purchase order for Dell International LLC. Okay, and yeah. So now it is opened. We will go back. We see the quantity was 5, unit price is 2, it is 10. Quantity was 10, unit price was 100, and the net amount was 1000. And if I go to the totals, I will see that 1010 is a net subtotal amount that is taken place. Now, as I told you, I will go to the setup part, and to apply the tax, you need to apply the tax on the item level, and then you will go ahead with the item tax group as all, which you have prepared, and then you have to give the California, which is a tax group, and then save it, and then we will update the same on the second line as well. Okay, the second line also there is a possibility that second line is 6% tax or 8% tax. Then in that case you have to prepare one more tax code and apply it, okay, separately. So now we will save it and now we will go for the total section. Let's wait for 1 minute. Hmm. So now you can see the taxation is calculated. The total tax amount is now 50.5 and the total net amount is 1060.50. So any problem in it? I don't think so. There is any problem. You can now check the calculation. So what we did, let's summarize it. Against a tax module, whenever a tax module is applied, there are two things which you need to update. Okay, one is a item tax group and another is a text group. So these fields are applied on the transaction level. Okay, text group. Now, to create these two text groups, we need to have a text code that we have defined where the percentage is defined. Then we need to define the settlement period, and then we need to define the authority, and then the last thing we need to define is the ledger posting group. So these are the four things we have defined in the previous class in currently. Okay, and then item tax group and tax group, we link this particular tax code over here, and then we can update the purchase order, okay, accordingly. Now we will see various errors will be there, okay, because why we will see the errors, because I have not defined the, if I go to the inventory management over here, under the inventory management module, I will go for the posting and I will go for the posting again. So over here, where I'm working with a purchase order, but I have not defined these main accounts, okay, where my cost of purchase will go, where my purchase expenses will go, where my cost of purchase material will go, where my purchase expenses will go. So I have not defined it, right? So to define it, click on the new button. Okay, so you can define the, again, there is a table, group, all and category. This same thing you have identified in while defining the item group as well. है ना? So in system, in D365, what they suggest, finance and operations, what they suggest whenever you are making, whenever you are creating a relationship with the main account, we can define, you can define the main account basis on all. All means everywhere, any type of item, the main account will be common. But if you want the main account to be different, which is recommended in few cases, then you can use the table for a specific item and group for a specific item, like item group. Basis on the item group, you want to have separate main accounts. Let's say for example, gold will go, you are dealing with gold. Okay, so in that case gold will go to the 1000. Okay, and silver will go to the main account 1001. Okay, and gold, silver and other commodities will go in the 1004 main account. Okay, so if this is the case, you can have your item code different, like let's say for example group, and against a group if I select, I need to define the group, the fast moving and the slow moving group. Okay, and if you want to update basis on the category table wise, then in the table wise if I select, then it will show you the item. So particular item wise, if you want to update the main account, that this item should go to this main account, that is also possible. Okay, so table, group and all, and now I will select the all only and I will select the main account. So cost of purchase material received, है ना? So we don't have any main account for it right now. So what I will do, I will go ahead and I will define the cost of purchase material. So I will come back over here in the C001 and I will go to the main accounts in the general ledger. Let's go to the main accounts. Okay, why I am defining it? Because at the purchase order level, I have not defined it, and if I proceed further, I will get an error. Okay, so to remove these errors, I will come back and I will define it. So dimensions have already picked up, so I don't think dimensions will be an issue. Once I will define it, I can I can process my purchase order. Okay, so let's go to the main account. So it is actually the cost of purchase material. So cost of purchase material received. I will keep the name as same only. Okay, so cost of purchase material received. Clicking on the new button, let me go to the cost of purchase material received, and over here I will give the cost of purchase material received. It is actually a expense for us, so expense normally we have taken in the 4000 series, so I will take the 4000 series, 4 times 0 and then 5. Okay, so cost of purchase material received done, and this we will go ahead with the salary expenses, short-term expenses, total account, treasury stock. Hmm. Account type should be expense, so let's go for the in chart of accounts other assets. Salary expense. Let me filter on the purchase side. PURC. No, nothing is there. Let's clear it and give it a expense type. Or let's go to the USMF entity. Why I am focusing on this one? I have already saved it. Okay, and if I go ahead now, I can utilize it also. Okay, so see, if I will show you. Control C, all purchase. posting, and then over here I want whenever I will purchase something, so cost of the purchase should go into this main account. Okay, and why I'm focusing on these parts is because these are the basis on this main account category. Okay, my reporting works. Okay, my so that's why these should be very unique. Okay, they should be defined in a very unique way. Okay, so that's why I'm more curious about it, that if I define it, uh, it should be defined in a proper way. Okay, so that's why let's check what they have defined in the, and don't worry, this will be given to you by your client. Okay, so no need to mug up anything. You just need to focus on the on few of the parts. US, not this US 01, it should be USMF. Hmm. So let's go to the inventory management. Inside the inventory management, let's go to the posting. And on the posting, on the purchase order, as I told you, they are taking based on the group. Okay, for the audio group, the posting is this one, and for the audio RM, it is this one. Okay, similarly, car audio, it is 140 100, and for it is raw material. Okay, so they are actually defining it basis on their uses. Okay, so you can define like this. We have taken a all, so that's why we are working with the all, है ना? So raw materials inventory. हाँ. So raw material inventory, they are taking this as a asset and it is going into the inventory side. So let's define like that only. Okay, 405, the main account, and we will take it in the asset, and then we will take it as a the or what they have taken INB inventory as a main account. I will run few reports also, and then I will show you why this is important. Okay, so now this posting we have done. Against a purchase order, we need to define the purchase expenditure uninvoiced as well. Whenever you will purchase, there will be some times when before working on it, you will have a just a minute, 1 second. Hmm. So whenever you are defining, there will be some purchase expenses as well. Okay, so purchase expenses uninvoiced till the when you do the receipt, this main account is important. Okay, so let me go back and see what they have defined in the purchase material expense. See over here, then they are defining two accounts, one is a group and one is a all. Okay, so when they are defining the consumption, they are keeping it in the accrued receivable, received not invoiced. This is a liability account and this is a expense account. Okay, raw material receipts. Okay, so what I will do, I will go ahead and I will define the same. Okay, so the raw material receipt, it is an expense type, and then we will go ahead with the manufacturing expense. Okay, so now we will define similar to our this main account, purchase expenditure uninvoiced. I will copy paste it. I will go to my main account. I will click on the new button, and then I will go ahead over here and I will define the 4 times 0 and then 6. Okay, this is the main account when you will purchase something. Okay, until the purchase is not invoiced, the amount will be kept in this particular main account. Okay, so exp expenses, then now clicking on the new button. So now this is done. We will go ahead with the cost of purchased material invoiced. So one is received once you receive it and once you invoice it. So two different things are there. Invoicing means whenever you will purchase something in a B2B market, in a business to business market, what happens? Firstly, you will order something, okay, and you will take some time, okay, let's 7 days or 15 days of time basis on the vendor. Okay, so within this particular time you will raise the invoice and then you will pay. Okay, in our case, when we are working, when we are going to a shop, we are a retail consumer, okay, end user of the product. So what we do, we directly pay on the time. Okay, but in a B2B scenario, it doesn't work like this. They purchase in a bulk and they have a terms of payment that okay, they will pay after this particular time duration. Okay, let's click on the new button, cost of purchase material invoiced. So cost of purchase material invoiced, I will go back and I will check the cost of purchase material invoiced. Again, you can see it is basis on the group, but I am defining basis on the all. For all the items, the main account will be common. And over here again it is same, the finished goods inventory, and or you can take this 1040 as well, raw material inventory. So what I will do, whatever is the cost of purchase material received, that only I will take up. Okay, cost of purchase material received. Okay, so I will take it up, take it up like this. And then purchase expenditure for the product, purchase expenditure for the product, we will go ahead and we will check what is the, then purchase expenditure they are taking for, if there is a group it will go to this main account, and if it is for all it will go to this particular main account. Okay, so raw material receipt, I will go ahead and I will create a same type of main account over here. So raw material receipt, and it is a type of expense. So let's go ahead and click on the new button over here, and we will define the main account. So let's go to the main account, 4007, 4 times 0 and then 7, and then take the name from here only, purchase expenditure for the product, control C, and now we will define the main account over here. One second. Yes, the name of the main account, it will come under the expense, and the main account category will be expense. Okay, now let's save it. So now give this main account 4, the main account 4 times 0 and then 7. This is now defined. Now, if you are giving the discount as well, then you need to define the discount code. Okay, if it is a fixed price, fixed receipt means something related to fixed asset. You can purchase a fixed asset also. We will come on it later, how to purchase a fixed asset. Okay, that for those we need these three main accounts. And other than this, the last main account which is required is a purchase expenditure for expense. Okay, so purchase expenditure for expense, this is the fifth main account which is required. I will come over here and you will see that for a particular item also they have defined. Okay, this is a Surface Pro 128 GB. They are saying that if it is purchased, it will be defined at the office supply expense. Okay, and for other it will be defined as this under this main account. Okay, and then they have defined the category also, rent category, advertising category, utility category. They will come under different expense section. So what I will do, I'm checking the all, and I will go ahead with the miscellaneous expense 1068 618,900, and I will take the type of the main account. Okay, other expenses. So let's go to the main account now and define the new main account over here. I hope now you're getting the point how we need to define the main account and what is the use of it. Okay, if you are still not clear what is happening over here, do let me know, no problem in it. Okay, but this is the core area where you will be working on a daily basis. Okay, purchase expenditure for the expense, I will come over here and then I will define it like this, and then we will go ahead, we will define it under the expense, and then we will define it under the miscellaneous. What was the main account category? It is other expenses, and I will take it up like this, other expenses. OTHER, other expenses. See. So actually what happened, I clicked on it and suddenly I'm landed to the page, the main account category page. Now I believe my main account, my all the purchases are completed wherever I wanted it. Okay, so all my purchases are now okay, and we can now purchase expenditure 4 times 0 8. Okay, so now we will save it. What happened? What is the main account? Control C, and then over here close it. The value does not exist for the main account. Why? Let me save it once. Yes, now it is there. Now we will save it. Let me remove it first. And then Control V and then Control S. So now these 5 are completed. Okay. So now what we will do, we will go ahead with the purchase order process, and I will show you what is the purchase order process I have shown over here. The purchase order process works like this. You go for the purchase order, you now create a product receipt. Okay. So before creating the product receipt, you can go for the before the you have a purchase inquiry and you have a purchase order confirmation. Now you have created the purchase order in your system. You will go for the purchase. Hmm. So you can go, you can create a purchase inquiry from here, or you can directly click on the confirm button. Okay, so what I will do, I will show you the purchase inquiry. You just click on the purchase inquiry, that okay, this is the inquiry you have created. Okay, and this nothing has to do, but yes, sometimes some vendors want, or the some process or some client wants an inquiry form also. So we are generating an inquiry, purchase inquiry. Okay, so this will create a report against you, against a journal will be created. So see, this is the purchase inquiry, and you are saying that okay, this is the purchase inquiry of purchase order, and click on the OK button. What will happen, a purchase inquiry will be created over here, journal will be created, a report will be created for you. Okay, so this is the initial step. Okay, and to check everything is working fine against this purchase order, first time it will take some time. Okay, next time it will be faster. The first process, it takes time, it is making the cache at the back end, so just wait for some time. Mm. Taking a lot of time here, 1 minute almost. Hmm. So this confirmation is now created. Okay, so purchase inquiry created and the journal is created against it. Okay, so you can go ahead with the purchase inquiry confirmation. Okay, and I will click on the confirmation now. I am giving the confirmation that okay, this is confirmed on this date, and the terms of payment for this particular purchase order will be uh, let's say 30 days. After 30 days, I have to pay it. Okay, let's click on the OK button. these steps are not mandatory. Okay, the mandatory step is the next one. This is just I created an inquiry form, means I'm confirming the inquiry that everything is correct. Okay, and basis on this I am now communicating with my vendor. Okay, because when you go with the vendor na, in a B2B scenario, the Dell International, this is a large organization, right? So you have to follow their process of procurement. Okay, and against the procurement, when they will showcase the product. Okay, and when you deal with them in a bulk. Okay, so these steps become mandatory. Okay, I either in another case, what you can do, you can simply click on the confirm button under the action. You are seeing the confirm button. This is important. Why? After the confirmation only your receipt can be generated. Okay, until and unless the order is not received, not confirmed, or you can see that this is right now in the open order status, right? You can see the open order status. And once I have created the purchase inquiry, it is in external review, and as I confirm it, let's see what happens. What is the these two status will be. Okay, so just wait for the confirmation to get completed, then we will uh, complete this purchase order process. Lot of time, 2 minutes almost. Hmm. So now this is confirmed. Okay, you have given the confirmation from the after the inquiry. So this is now confirmed. Either you can go for the confirmation under the actions button, or you can click on the confirmation and a purchase order confirmation journal is created for you. Okay, so using these journals, although the reporting server is not yet configured in my machine, so I will not be able to show you. But from here, if you go, you can check the purchase order confirmation that you have received the confirmation from the client that it is going to be received by you. Okay, so once you have received, you will now go. If the truck is after your bay door, okay, or the warehouse. Out of the warehouse, vendor sent you the item, the Coke bottle, okay, to 5 quantity, and the Windows Server 2022. These two products are now available at your warehouse. You will go for the receipt list, or you will go for the product receipt directly. Okay, I will show you the receipt list once, or you can directly create a product receipt as well. No worries. Okay, receipt list is generally created when you have a warehouse process involved. Okay, so let's go for the receipt list. Here also you will give the document date, you will give the terms of payment, that when it is going to be paid. So you need to pay it after 30 days, and then you have a 5 quantity. Right now, if you don't want to receive 5 quantity, then you can update the quantity on quantity ordered and quantity. Okay, if you select receive now quantity in the field on the parameter tab. Okay, so this is the ordered quantity actually. Okay, and you can click on the OK button. So now your receipt list will be created over here. Against a receipt list, if the item is serialized, okay, then it will give you an error over here that you have not entered the serialized item. Okay, so I believe Windows Server I kept as a serialized item. I need to enter the serial number over here, so that we will see. Okay, system will give you the error now. Let me check the item also. I will go to the inventory product information management, release products, and I need to find out then which two products are there. Okay, so now my receipt list is completed. I need to go to the product receipt now, and this is actually somewhere it is called in India, it is GRN. Okay, goods receipt note. Okay, so this is the product receipt. You have to define the product receipt over here. I will give the order number as the receipt number. So this is the receipt number. Again, document date. I request you to put at the header level so that you need not to put again and again. Okay, so 30 days, and then I will click on the OK button. This is a complete happy scenario, but system doesn't work like this. We will come on it on the use cases as well, that how the use cases works. Let's say, for example, you are not received, you have received 1000, you have ordered 1000 quantity, but the receipt is now 250 only. Then in that case, what will happen? This is a partial receipt. Okay, this is one of the scenario. Another scenario can be your invoicing part. Okay, so or there are separate contractual basis, or there are few other bases as well. Okay, so those all the things we need to understand, and I have kept it in my syllabus also. Okay, for the purchase order, we have now completed the purchase management, we have completed the vendor management, we have created the vendor record. Payment terms, we have created. Cash discount, I will come on it. The ledger integration, today we have seen that how it is interacted with the ledger. Product management and purchasing, that we have completed. Procurement, product category and procurement category, that I will come on it. Basic product data, we have completed. Purchase price setup, and purchase price setup I will come. I've only shown you the constant purchase price, that you have defined the 100 on the item level, that we have completed. Secondly, we have completed the purchase order management, basics of purchase order processing, that we are working on right now. Purchase order registration, that we are working. Okay, and now we will be seeing the item receipt. So how we are doing the item receipt, that we are seeing. Purchase inquiries and order confirmation, we have seen right now, and then we will come on it on the other parts. Okay, so this is the one I am talking about: partial delivery, under delivery, and over delivery. So I will show you, okay, what all these concepts are. Let's wait for some time. The product receipt should get completed. I was checking the item. If I go to the Windows Server, which is a type of product, and we have asked for the batch and serial number. So I believe we should get an error. See, this is the error. It is asking that the posting purchase glass size is failed to resolve account number transaction purchase and invoice item. You can set up the inventory management. So it is asking purchase expenditure uninvoiced is not defined. Let's go there. Inventory management, posting, and then posting. And it is asking is order account is not defined. Let's see. It is saying that the PR C01 item PR02 failed to resolve account number for transaction type purchase expenditure uninvoiced. Purchase expenditure uninvoiced. Purchase expenditure uninvoiced. Oh, this is missed. Okay. So let's go for the purchase expenditure uninvoiced. Purchase expenditure uninvoiced. And let's save it. Let's check other main accounts also, else we will get the error there also. Okay, so let's go over here. This is defined, and this is defined. I believe that is missed out. Okay, so let's go for it. Yeah, now we will update it. We should receive another error also now. Okay, so let's go for the product receipt. Give the purchaser product receipt number. You can give any number. Okay, this is just a confirmation number against which the invoice will be created. Okay, so choose it wisely. Now click on the OK button. After the product receipt, we will create the invoicing. Okay, so that will be the last option. In the invoicing will be when you go for the invoicing, what happens? You raise a financial entry, you raise a liability. Okay, so let's wait for the receipt part to be completed. As I told you, this is the first time, that's why it is taking some time. Okay, it is setting up all the cache memory, and also it is checking all the parameters that okay, these are true or not. So we have received the error now, and this error we will see now what actually is the error. So fix issues, message details, and it is asking the same thing which I told you, that the batch number and the serial number is not defined for the product. Okay, so now what we will do, we will go to the product information management, and we will go for the product information management. We will go for the released products, and against the released product we will select first item, we will go inside it, and this is the product batch and serial number it is asking for. Okay, then secondly, the tracking dimension group I'm checking. Okay, so it is done. So that means for the Windows server we need to define the batch and serial number. Okay, so let's go here, let's click on this button, and then we will go ahead with the update the line, finalize registration process of registration. If I go over here, I'm just checking, else I can update update at the product receipt level also. So just a minute. Yes, so registration, uh it is asking for the batch and serial number over here. Okay, so add the registration line over here, and over here, see, right now it is ordered. Okay, just look at that thing. Okay, so it is asking for the batch number. Okay, and a serialized and a serial number. So what I will do, I will create a batch number over here. So to create a batch number, I believe batch number is available in the inventory management module, and batch tracking dimension number. Yeah, this is the batch. This is the batch attribute group. Product information management. Let's see where is the batch available. Batch. No, it's not there. Let's be search also. Batches. BATCH. Batch. So actually, what is a batch? Batch is a dimension, okay, where we are defining that, okay, this is coming under, means in a particular batch, let's say 5 items are coming up or 6 items are coming up, so everywhere it will be a separate batch. Okay, so yeah, batch attributes. So let's define the batch over here. So the batch will be B1 batch and BATCH batch. One, the string attribute will be string. Okay, and then we will save it. Okay, and then there is a where used also, means wherever on which inventory you have utilized, everything will come over here. I will come on it later, but right now I will define this batch over here. So this is the batch number. Okay, so it is not coming up. Let me refresh it once. Let me save it also. I will see that it should come over here now at the B1 batch. It is not coming. Let's go to the view details form and see if it is the same form or not. Okay. I don't think it is the same form. It is a batch number. Okay. So what I will do, I will click on the batch number over here. New button. The attribute is batch, and then the inventory management. Go to the batch attributes is done. Batch disposition master, batch attribute group, batch attribute groups. Okay, which is this form actually? Batches. So batch number. It is actually the batches, and here we will define the B1 as a batch one. Okay, and then you can define your own batches also against a product PR01. This is the batch. Okay, manufacturing date of the batch is this. Okay, you can define your expiry date. You can use as manufacturing date. Okay, vendor batch means batch is nothing but your attribute, dimension where whenever you will purchase this item. Okay, you will be able to see that what is the manufacturing date. Okay, and other fields also you can update, like you have your attribute value. Okay, so all those things you can define over here. Then coming to the serial number, either you can keep the serial number, okay, or you can create your serial number, create the serial number from here, and then you can define the serial number format. So serial number format sr, and then hyphen slash 2025 slash, then keep a hash. Okay, so 4 hash I am keeping up and clicking on the OK button. So this is the serial number they have defined. But how many items were there? I believe I have ordered only one quantity, so I don't want any these many serial numbers. I will delete it because the quantity is only one. Okay, so remove it. Now, whenever you will come to this particular item, whenever you will come to this particular item, you will see that okay, this Windows item, okay, is purchased from this purchase order number C001, and the batch number of this purchase, this quantity, this Windows server is B1, and the serial number is this. Okay, then you can click on the confirm registration. Okay, and once you click on the confirm registration, it will be confirmed. It will come into the order. The status will be changed to confirmed. Okay, so just wait for some time. Yeah, so now it was ordered, and then it was registered. Okay, so you have ordered 9 quantity. Let me check. Let me go back. Ordered 10 quantity. Oh, yes. It is ordered 10 quantity. I've registered only one. So let me go to the registration again. To the registration over here. And then you have ordered only 10 quantity. I will click over here. I will click on the add the registration line, and this is what I'm doing right now. I'm doing actually the registration of this particular item in my warehouse. Okay, then the serial number, only one serial number is there. We will create the serial number now, 129, and then we will give the format sr hyphen 2025 hyphen 1234. This is the serial number. Click on the OK button, and now this is the serial number. We will go for the confirm. It is asking that what is the serial number? 001 is already exists in the physical inventory. That means you can't utilize the serial number over here. So what we will do, we will go ahead. 9 is there already, so I will make it as 10. 10. Okay, and then I will go for the confirm the registration. I think it is getting complex for you guys now. Okay, but it is not that much complex. Okay, don't worry in it. It is simple only. What I'm doing, I because the item is serialized. Okay, I need to provide the serial number. Okay, that's it. For that you have to do the registration of the product. Okay, it is not required in case like Coke bottle is not a serialized item. Okay, now I am creating a product receipt. So as I told you, give the purchase order number over here, Control C, and then Control V as the product receipt number, and give the document date as of today. The terms of payment will be after 30 days. This is done. Against it, if you want to see the registration, same registration which I have done can be done from here also. So for that, you have to go to the update the line and update the line registration. The same process is there. Okay, so click on the OK button. Let's see. I think there should not be any error now, and product receipt should be completed. And the product once the product receipt is completed, you can click on the journals, and below it there is a product receipt that you can run. Okay. I wish now you will be able to do the product till the product receipt, and you can see what is the uh, impact at the ledger level also. Okay, now once this is completed, we will cover up this session on Monday now. Okay, and we will try to start with the purchase invoicing part. Similarly, sales will not take much time. I will start selling this item also. Okay, so that you will understand the sales process. Then we will come to the return process, how to return the product to the vendor, and how to receive the return product from the customer. Okay, that we will see. And once my accounts payable and accounts receivable option is completed, we will start with our fixed asset module, which is a very important concept, and nowadays in the interview also it is getting asked. And then after that we will come with the budgeting module. Okay, so let's see. There should be no error in the product receipt now, and product receipt should be completed. This is actually the GRN. We are working that, okay, we have received your goods. Okay, and once you receive the goods, you will send this receipt to your truck driver. Okay, and that truck driver will give this receipt to the vendor. Okay, and against that receipt you will create an invoice you need to pay to the vendor, and then only you will be able to sell it. So that also we will see. Okay. There is still error. Let's see what is the error. Now they are saying that the account number for transaction time purchase accrual does not exist. Okay. So let's go to the product information management, inventory management module, go to the posting, and it is saying that, okay, we have not defined I think that I have missed out in the inventory section, and it is asking for inventory expenditure. Which main account is asking? Purchase accrual account is not there. So purchase accrual account is in the purchase order only. And over here, this is the purchase accrual account. Okay, this is not defined. Okay, let me go back and let's see which is the purchase accrual account. So purchase accrual, it is actually the purchase accrued purchases. Okay, so accrued purchases, I will go ahead and I will define the same main account in my main accounts also. Okay, so let me go to the general ledger module. Inside the general ledger module, go to the main account section. Under the main account section, this is the purchase expenses liability account I need to prepare. So let me define one more liability account. It will be 2, 3 times 0 and 1 0. Okay, and there we will go with the purchase accrual name. I will keep the same as this one. It helps actually, nothing like that. If you keep the same name, it will help you out to understand the further, means whenever there is some errors like that, you will be able to understand. Okay, that's why I'm keeping the name as same. Liability account, and it is going under the AP, accounts payable. Okay, so AP. Now this is done. We will go for the save button, purchase accrual, and 20010 we will define it over here. Okay, click on the all. Item code is going to be all, and then define the main account. We will save it now, and then again we will go for the purchase order. We will close it, and I hope, finger crossed, there should be no error now. Let's go to the product receipt. And over here we will go ahead with the Control C and then Control V. Document it. Is this terms of payment? and let's click on the OK button. Let's see, this time there should not be any error and system should complete the product accept now. This error will come here, है ना? At the first time when you will design when you will configure everything, so this will be this will be shown that there will be errors like this. Okay, so don't worry about this part, that why the errors are coming or you're not able to do it. This is not a problem. Okay, and once you configure it perfectly, these are these are the learnings. Okay, when you will be asked in the interview or when you will be sitting in front of your client to understand the requirement, at that time you will understand that okay, these are the main accounts you want. Okay, and these are the financial dimensions. If you will not enter, system will give you the error. Or if you want to have a taxation, how to add the taxation. So these all key points are there which you should remember while giving the interview. Okay, so purchase process. Now from here, the firstly the confirmation is there after the product receipt, and then after that we have the invoicing part. Okay, so let's Hmm. So now the product receipt is completed. Okay. So now what I will do, the product receipt, see all the options are now hidden and only the product journals are created. Journal means it is the history, okay, from where you can go and you can check that the okay, what is the impact, what happened at the what actually is created. Okay, so this, if you will see, a line receipt journal is created from here. If you want to correct it, you can cancel it also from here. Okay, these two options are there, and if you want to see the history, that also you will be able to see the history as well. Okay, and if you click come out, and then you will see the view distribution. Okay, so how it is distributed. Okay, I have not added the charges over it, and I have not added the discount over it. So what I will do next time when we will come, there is a few topics left out. I will note it down. Okay, in the next class we will complete these parts. So first one is the your invoice that is left out. Then your payment is left out, and then we have left the prepayment in purchase. Then we have also left out with how what we have left out. I was discount, uh, discount, and one more thing was there. I just forgot the name. Uh, Okay, so let's go to the vouchers if there is any voucher created against us. So there is no voucher created as of now. Actually, the voucher will be created. It is created after some time once the batch gets run. Okay, at the back end. So these are the four major main accounts which got hit at this time. Okay, there is no taxation account right now. Okay, but the taxation account is also hidden. Cost of purchase material received is debit right now. Purchase expenditure credit, purchase expenditure to purchase accrual. Okay, so these are the four main accounts which got hit right now, and this is the distribution from the accounting point of view. which you need to understand, and you need to answer to your client as well, to your in your interview as well. Now my receipt is done. I need to prepare the invoice. I can go ahead and I can prepare the invoice over here, and then this obviously we will be doing in the next section. Okay, lastly I will run the trial balance report, and I will see that what is the impact of this purchase on the trial balance. Okay, so let's run the trial balance now. All the four new main accounts or five new main accounts will have some balances now. Okay, so see, there is a intercompany payable. No main account is hit right now because the batch will run. Okay, and once the batch will run, we will be able to view those entries as well. Okay. So yeah, thank you everyone. We have now completed 50% of the purchase process, and after that purchase process, we will go for the invoicing. We will create the invoice and we will do the payments then. Okay. So thank you everyone for joining the session. And this week, the 5 days has happened, so I believe everything is good now till here. If there is any doubt, take your time for the next 2 days and prepare well, and then we will be proceeding with the invoicing part. Similarly, we will do the sales order and sales invoicing part. Okay, thank you. Thanks everyone.